Hello, my name is Mark Andres, and welcome to part 1 of my Introduction to the Law of Attraction series. I'm an international speaker and Law of Attraction coach who helps people every day use the Law of Attraction more deliberately and effectively in their everyday lives. Today, I'm coming to you from Columbus, Ohio, where I'm going to talk to you about what exactly the Law of Attraction is. Okay, let's get started. Well, what is the Law of Attraction? Let's start with my definition of the Law of Attraction. I define it this way. The Law of Attraction states that I attract into my life whatever I focus on, whether wanted or unwanted. Let me say that again. I attract into my life, there's a tendency to attract into your life whatever I put my focus on. That means whatever I think about, talk about, look at, complain about, pay attention to, all these things, whatever you're focused on. And I'm going to attract those things whether I want those things or I don't want those things. And that's the key. So if you're complaining about something that you don't want, you're actually attracting more of it into your life. So that's the definition of the Law of Attraction. Now, for me, it's important to keep in mind that the Law of Attraction is a law. Just like it says, it's a law. And I like to relate it to the law of gravity. So the Law of Attraction there's no real judgment, there's no conscience involved, there's no favoritism involved, there's no exceptions to the rule. And just like gravity. And if you think about it, gravity works very mechanically, it just does what it does, and there's also no intention involved. So if I step off of a building, for example, it doesn't matter whether I wanted to jump off on purpose or whether I accidentally slipped, it still does its job. It's going to do what it does, bring me to the ground as fast as possible. That's its job. And the Law of Attraction works the same way. It doesn't know whether you want what you're focused on or whether you don't want what you're focused on. It just does its job of bringing you more of whatever you pay attention to and focus on in your life. Okay, so another way that you can relate the Law of Attraction to the Law of Gravity is that it really does not matter what's in your past. Your past has no effect on what you're doing now. So, for example, if to use the example, if I jump off of a building, the Law of Gravity doesn't care whether I'm rich, whether I'm poor, what kind of car I drive, whether I'm married or not, whether my mother was nice to me when I was little, whether I had a good relationship with my father. It doesn't care at all. It does what it does, and it just forgets the past, and it acts only in the now, in the moment. The Law of Attraction works the same way. The Law of Attraction doesn't care what you've done and what you've created in your past, what things have happened to you in your past. The Law of Attraction is only concerned with what you're focused on right this very second, right now, right in this moment. And this is a good thing because it doesn't matter whether you're poor or whether you don't have enough education or whether your mother was not supportive enough or whether your father didn't encourage you when you're little. None of that matters. Everything in the past is just so what? Because the Law of Attraction is going to only pay attention to what you're focused on right now. And that's good because right now you can start to focus more on what you do want, less on what you don't want, and start to change your life and create the things in your life that you do want. This is a very good thing. Okay, the last thing to remember about the Law of Attraction is that it's working all the time. And that means you're actually creating your own reality based on what you're focused on, what you're thinking about. Now, that means that you're going to have to take 100% responsibility for everything in your life. And this can be a difficult pill for many to swallow. It's very easy to take responsibility for all the good things that we've created in our life. Yes, that promotion that I got and the nice car that I have and the beautiful house, it's easy to take credit for those things. But we are often reluctant to take responsibility for some of the not so nice things that we've created in our life. The car accidents, the divorce, the bad relationship that you had, the job that you lost. These things you've actually brought into your life through your focus on them. And while you may not have wanted to, or you may not have done it intentionally, really you have created those things. And I know that can be a difficult concept to accept it at first, but there is really good news to that, because with 100% responsibility comes 100% freedom. Because if I have created everything in my life through my focus, that means I can create everything in my life by changing my focus. I can create the life I want by focusing on what I do want and not focusing on what I don't want. So you have 100% freedom to create whatever you want, and you are no longer a victim. Because if you don't have 100% responsibility for everything that you created, then in the end you're just a random victim of circumstances that you have no control over, and you have no control over your life. And I just don't believe that that's the case. I believe that we have 100% control over everything that happens by what we focus on. So that is the good news of the law of attraction for me. So that's the basics of what is the law of attraction. Join me again in the next part, and we'll talk about how your emotions play a role in letting you know whether you're focused on what you do want or what. Well, that concludes this segment. Thanks for watching part 1 of my Introduction to the Law of Attraction series. Please join me again in part 2, where I'll talk about using your emotions to guide you. In addition, please check out my website for information on a free 4-week video course entitled Getting Started with the Law of Attraction, where I'll show you how to put the Law of Attraction into practice in your everyday life. Thanks again for watching. Have a wonderful today and a magical tomorrow.